Good evening, Aquarius. Welcome to your zodiacal reading for January 2023. Thanks a lot for being here, Spiritual Warriors Tarot. Let's get started with a slight prayer. A little prayer to invoke Haru. I invoke thee, E-A-O, that thou wilt send Haru, the great angel set over the operation of this hidden wisdom, to lay his hands invisibly upon these consecrated cards of that thereby we may obtain knowledge of hidden things to the glory of thine ineffable name. Amen. Okay, Aquarius, hope you all had a really good holiday season and are having a good Capricorn season as of now. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or contact me, all that information should be in the description box somewhere. I believe my website is up there again. It's still called Peace War Tarot. So I don't know how to change it yet, but I will get right on that soon enough. We'll be using a Tree of Life spread and, as usual, Thoth Tarot. All that being said, after one more shake and shuffle, let's do it to it. Thanks for being here, Aquarius. Curious to see what the cards have in store for you for this new year. The month of January, so let's do it. Spirit, what do we have for Keter, pure consciousness, heart of the matter? What's going on here, please? Aquarius. Okay. Empress, Venus, energy, right up there. Okay. Up next we have Binah, the divine feminine. No, that's not right. Take it back, excuse me. We have Shokma, the divine masculine. The observer, actions you can take, wisdom, action, force. Let's see what we got. Okay, this guy keeps popping up. Prince of Cups, airy part of water. Old Prince of Cups, okay. Now we have Binah, understanding, the divine feminine, the observed, things you need to understand, the eternal sea, whatever that means to you, and ruled by Saturn, your rulership. What do we have? The universe, Saturn energy, right under Saturn. Funny. All right, now across the abyss into Chesed, things to be grateful for. Mercy. I saw a mouse. The subjective experience, ruled by Jupiter. Happy feelings, planet. What do we have, please? Okay. Mars and Gemini, Nine of Swords, Lord of Cruelty. I think that's something to be grateful for. Okay. Severity, challenges you may face. Also strength. Gavurat, ruled by Mars. And also the objective world. Always fun, please. Okay, this makes sense. Prince of Swords, airy part of air. Oh boy, okay. Next we have Tippereth, which is beauty, the sun, or the sun, the heart of the tree, your advice from spirit, the philosopher's stone, and it is also ruled by the sun. So, yeah, what do we have, please? Okay. Six of Discs, Lord of Success, Taurus energy, Moon in Taurus, I want to say. And I did, but I also might not be right. Let's continue into Nektak, which is feelings, emotions, the will and the what, judgment, desire, stuff like that. Victory, and is ruled by Venus, please. All right. Lust, Leo energy, also known as strength. Not here, though. <laughs> Okay. I don't know why that sounded creepy, but okay. On to the next. Methods or means, strategies, the way something happens, Had, communication, the how and the way, victory, ruled by Mercury, please. The Chariot, Cancerian energy. Love that guy. Alright. I know it's a card. Okay, up next we have Yasad, foundations, automations, inner child, subconscious beliefs, ruled by the moon. So we got arts, Sagittarian energy. I like that for you. That sounded even creepier. Okay, Aquarius. What all this is adding up to is Malkuth, the kingdom, your embodiment, ruled by the earth, represents the reality, the overall outcome, the overall energy of your tree, of your month. Please. Pretty good. Sun in Scorpio, Six of Cups, Lord of Pleasure. Alright. Alright. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Aquarius, for being here. Let's get right into it. Okay, yeah. The head of the tree, we have the Empress here, right? Ma. She's the mom of the tarot, right? And she has Venus energy. I don't know if you can see the symbol right here. Right there, that's Venus, okay? And Venus is a planet that deals with love and relationships and I want to say communication. That's kind of more Mercury's area. But yeah, it's feelings. It's good feelings or bad feelings that were good feelings. So I feel like in your pure consciousness, you're nurturing yourself. Maybe nurturing others. Maybe you're a mother. Maybe you're a caretaker. Maybe you're, I don't know. Maybe you're just going through some hard times and are kind of just being a mom to yourself. When I say being a mom to yourself, you're just kind of looking after your own needs, making sure that you're taken care of and not being too harsh on yourself. All right, so we got this goose right here. We have all these little baby geese down here. I don't know, you can't really see the blood, but they're all like sucking at her breasts, and like she's kind of bleeding. And so it shows the sacrifice of my mother, the sacrifice that it takes to practice things like self-care and stuff like that. So I feel like Aquarius, whatever you're doing this month, you're doing it with love, Venus obviously, and you're doing it with grace and care and with self-love, most importantly. Most important love I can think of. All right. Very good. And it's all good with the elements. Up next, we have Shokma, Wisdom, Divine Masculine, all the other stuff I said. Prince of Cups, actions you can take. All right, now it's a court card, and court cards represent people. And people are what? Yes, thank you, complicated. We are complicated. And so are these cards. So, yeah. Prince of Cups, airy part of water. I mean, look at this guy. He's got this chariot, right? And he's got to fly it over water or drive it over water or something, right? He would rather have a jet ski, but no, he got this thing, right? And it's being pulled by this eagle or this scorpion-looking thing. I'm not sure. He's not sure, right? I always think he's looking at an iPad, but no, he's got this snake coming up out of a bucket, and which that represents the Kundalini rising up, right? And he's trying hard. He's trying to keep a balance, but it's not easy pulling this thing over water, and it's not easy to take action over water because water is emotions, and emotions are tricky. Whenever this card comes up for myself, I know that there's something I have to do, or I don't want to do it, but I have to do it, and I might be perceived as kind of an asshole when I do it. nonetheless, I'm going to have to do it. Or at least that's how I perceive the situation. Now, I may not be an asshole at all, but for me personally, it feels like it hurts. And I don't want to do it, but again, I have to get this friggin' chariot across this water, right? And so do you, Aquarius. Now, these are all just, this is above the abyss, so these are just kind of universal spiritual truths that you may hold dear to yourself in this month. You might feel like a type of person that has to do things and doesn't feel too good about doing them and may feel like kind of a jerk in doing them. So I don't believe this represents anyone else. I definitely believe this is you in this reading, Aquarius. Which is funny because usually you can do stuff, well, in my experience with Aquarians, they just do stuff and they really don't worry about what other people think or the consequences. Not that you're robots or anything, but you're just kind of cool and rebellious and stuff like that. So whatever it is, it must be tough for you personally. But if you can sum up, I was gonna say summon the Prince of Cups, like that's a thing. But if you could focus on him, right, he's gonna get the chariot across the water. It's not gonna be fun, right? And it might be a little painful, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right, Aquarius? All right, let's continue. Binah, understanding, divine feminine, the observed is this, the universe. The universe is the end. This is the final card in the major arcana, or arcanum. And that was the lightsaber. I apologize. Okay, so we have this lady dancing with a snake, right? And she's like, according to Crowley, this great friggin' goddess. No one can get with her. Everyone wants to get with her, but you can't get with her. You can't pray to her. You can't speak of her name. You can't do shit to her. Pardon my French. She's like really, really great. I don't know what her deal is, but yeah, she's really great. We got this eye coming out, right? Laser vision. And we also have this big eye around the center here. And then we have the 4 different symbols of mutable signs. You are, of course, one of those mutable signs. You are the human. And where are you? Okay, none of these look human. Oh yeah, right here. Bam. That's you, Aquarius, the human. Look at you. Kiss yourself. Okay. It's from Tiny Toons. This is the end of a big thing, right? You start with the Fool, right? And then you end with the universe. And this is Saturn energy, and it's coming up under Saturn. So your rulership, which is the universe, is telling you something is over, something is at an end. Congratulations, you did it. Great job. Deal with it. I don't mean to be so blunt, but endings can suck, right? You watch a good movie, then it's the end, and it's like, oh man, I want to watch it again now. At least that's how I used to be, because I used to watch movies over and over and over and over again. But endings can be bittersweet, right? If it was something really good and now it's at an end, you might feel really good that you accomplished something, but also kind of sad that it's over, right? The Great Sea it's like sailing time is over. At least that's what I'm getting intuitively with this card for you, Aquarius. And you being an Aquarian, don't like to be told what to do. But we have double Saturn here and the universe, and it's at an end. You gotta listen to this goddess here and accept the end. The lightsaber confirms it. All right, but congrats on whatever you did. It's always easier to not do something than to do something. All right, now we cross the abyss. Get into Chesed, things you can be grateful for, etc., etc. 9 of Swords, Lord of Cruelty. Okay. Also, the subjective experience. Lord of Cruelty is Mars and Gemini. Mars and Gemini is the Tower and the Lovers. All right. I was thinking about this earlier because this card came up for me in a personal reading. And the Tower and the Lovers. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. That's gotta hurt, right? That's like love crumbling down. Are you kidding me? The Tower and the Lovers together in one card? No wonder it looks like this. Damn. Okay. Sorry for cussing. But yeah, this is Mars and Gemini. And this is thoughts gone to the extent of cruelty. Now, It could be you being cruel to others, but generally that's not what this card is. It's generally cruelty on yourself. It's turning inwards, right? The love is over. The love is at an end. The tower has fallen. There's no more love. And when that love is over, you just get fucking mad. You get angry. Like that Spider-Man guy in that new Spider-Man movie. Well, it's not new anymore. Andrew Garfield, he's like, I got bitter, right? And I just don't want you to end up like me. Aquarius, don't be too hard on yourself. Whatever the ending was, I'm sorry that it's over. And this kind of energy is, it's a bitch, right? We have the tears down here at the bottom, right? The white tears representing spirit crying, saying you don't have to do this. You don't have to be so angry at yourself. You don't have to be so cruel. Could also represent you on the inside crying, like, I don't have to be so cruel, but see the swords are dripping blood and you're in pain. Now maybe it was a labor of love, that universe, right? And now it's at an end. It would definitely explain why you have the Empress there in your pure consciousness trying to take over this kind of energy, or at least nurture it, hold it until it's ready to go away, so to speak. I rarely see this card coming up as a positive thing, to be honest. I'm trying to find it. Aquarius. I want to say better to love and loss than never to love at all, but that's a cheap saying. And, I'm not sure if it's true. It might be. Not sure. I would say be grateful for. If that is your subjective experience, just at least if you can know it, then you can. That Empress, you can definitely nurture it. This is Jupiter. Jupiter's feelings, right? Good feelings. It's the good cop to Saturn's bad cop. So maybe just the good part of you is a little bitter, right? That things are ending, and maybe you'll get over it. I mean, of course you get over it. Maybe I'm just obsessing. I want all this to be good news, but it's not always all good news, because if there was all good news, there would be no bad news, and then there would be no good news to be had. That makes sense. Okay, Aquarius. Speaking of making sense, we have the Prince of Swords, and this is coming up under your challenges, severity, right? Ruled by Mars. Now, the Prince of Swords, again, a court card, represents a person, okay? And Prince of Swords he's dealing with a lot of stuff. He's talking to a lot of people, a lot of things going on around him, right? A lot of thoughts, because he's heir of air, right? So he's on this chariot, and he's got 3 little different versions of him down pulling his chariots, right? And this guy's like, no, let's go over here. And this guy's like, no, let's go this way. And this guy's like, no, guys, let's go over here. And this guy's like, all right, y'all just shut the fuck up, please. Please just shut the fuck up, all right? Just, you guys just figure it out, and I'm just gonna ride in this chariot, and we'll see what happens, okay? That's this kind of energy. At least in my experience. It's not always negative. It doesn't even have to be negative at all. But it can just be kind of like, all right, what's going on here? And the only way this guy makes progress is by accident, which is funny. It's like you kind of have to make a choice. You have to say, okay, you on the left, you decide, and you guys just listen to him, and we'll see what happens. That being said, maybe you're going to have trouble making decisions in the month of January. Maybe there's too much on your mind. Maybe this cruelty is making it hard to see things clearly. But yeah, this will be your challenge, but also your strength, right? At least you have guys to pull your chariot. And this is Mars. Mars is like survival and passions and going, waking up in the morning and all that stuff. So you might just feel with the universe at an end here. I mean, with that universe card under Saturn, you might just feel like it's kind of, I don't really want to do anything. But you have ideas. All right, let's continue. Just looking at that card gives me a headache sometimes. All right, up next, we have some good news. And of course, some bad news. Lord of Success, all right, under Tippereth, all right, your Christ consciousness, your advice from Spirit, the heart of the whole tree. Lord of Success. Now, elementally speaking, it is Earth under the pillar of air, so I don't think it's too well dignified. Just meaning it's not too comfortable, whatever success you've made. But it's success nonetheless. Pretty good. So whatever success you come under success or come upon or have achieved, which I definitely sense, not just because it's called success, but the universe here and Prince of Swords a little bit. Okay. This is earthly attainment, right? This is planning something and then seeing it sprout and grow and come to fruition. So maybe you've been writing a book and the book gets published and then you see people reading it or whatever, or giving it reviews. Maybe you wanted to make a movie and then you made the movie and put it out and now it's in theaters and this is like the projector shining out. But maybe it wasn't too good and you weren't too happy with it and that's why it's coming up in the middle pillar. But this is your heart in January 2023. Your success is what's kind of keeping you going, even though that your thoughts are not a big help and that Prince of Swords is a challenge. All right. Let's continue. All right. Now, thoughts and emotions, neck talk. We have lust. All right. Now, as I said before, it's known as strength in Rider-Waite-Smith. It's known as the force in the Marseille, but here we have lust. And Crowley called it lust because he sees lust as kind of being like happy to be alive and being excited to be alive and like wanting to exercise that ability or that fact, right? Going going to the gym and exercising, feeling your body and feeling good, right? And getting after it. You didn't see it as having to contain an energy. You saw it more as letting an energy run free, right? Like this lady here, right, who's naked, and she's riding the lion, who has like a whole bunch of heads, and they all have different meanings, and it's not really important. I mean, it is important, but I don't call it what they are. But she's riding it. She's the whore of Babylon, right? She's a whore, but she's a good whore, right? And she's got this cup of Babylon, and it's an erotic card, and it's Leo energy. Leos are all about taking what's inside themselves, their internal ego, and making that manifest in the external world. I sound like a nerd a little bit, but I feel like with your thoughts and emotions, you're just wanting to get started with the next thing, right? You don't want this universe to end. And with these thoughts building up in your head, and it's like you want to keep going. You want to keep serving people. You want to keep doing whatever it is you do, Aquarius. And that's a good thing, especially after an ending, a big ending. You have lust still for life. That's great. Any advice I would give for this is just to be patient whenever this card comes up for me. If anything, I get a little too overexcited, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, lust, Leo energy, in your thoughts and emotions. Funny enough, or a funny fact, Leo is your opposite sign. So, yeah. A little tidbit for you to know. We're going to talk about your path too when it comes up. And it's coming up. Yeah, all right. So, methods and means. Way you go about doing something, and this month is the Chariot, Cancerian energy, and the Chariot's all about using the body as a vehicle for the personality of yourself. I hope that makes sense. It took me a long time to figure out what that meant, and I'm still kind of learning. But here we go. We got this guy in this armor, right, which could symbolize the body. We have the Cancer crab on his head here. Looks a little silly, but there it is. And he's got the Wheel of Fortune in his hands, right? And we got the, I don't know what these things are. They look like gargoyles or something, but they're going to pull the Chariot forward. And we have the 4 pillars and the 4 wheels representing spirit, the body, the mind, and the emotions, right? And they're all nice and well balanced. So the way for you to do something this month, Aquarius, is balance. All right? Making sure that, like, think of your body as a vehicle, make sure everything's in tune, make sure you're getting enough exercise, make sure you're getting enough sunshine, make sure that if something feels heavy in your body or if something feels heavy in your head, you exercise it, or exercise it. You make the body the vehicle for change, this is well dignified too. Use your personality to move yourself forward, especially with that Prince of Swords. Also, the Chariot's about making really fast decisions. We're in the year of the Chariot, right? And the charioteer has to make fast decisions because he's the one behind the wheel, so to speak. So I feel like the way to go about things this month, even though it's not going to be easy for you, right? Because here's your challenge, right? Making decisions, and not really sure if they're going to pan out, but make them nonetheless. All right, we got two different princes here, and princes always have chariots in this deck, and chariot is how you go about doing something. I find that very interesting. Let's continue, okay? Because up next we have your path, and your path, Aquarius, your path is Tippereth to Yesod, and that's not Yesod. My bad. Okay, Yesod is this card right here, Art, Sagittarian energy, also known as Temperance in other decks. Okay, Art is all about taking two different energies, as you can see the guy girl, because he is a guy girl. I forget what the proper name for that is, but there it is, both sexes, right? Again, combination, taking fire and ice and combining them, right? Two different energies and combining them to find, in the back, thank you, balance, right? Balance. And this is in your sod, your foundation, the back of your head, your subconscious. And I feel like you know that whatever's going on for you this month, balance and taking those energies, like that cruelty and this ending with the universe and even the lust, right? Taking it and then combining it, alchemically speaking, spiritually speaking, however speaking, right? Taking it and channeling it is going to be very important. Yeah, very important. I believe Sagittarius had this in the same place this month, funny enough. All right, now let's talk about your path, because your path is to Tippereth, right? I got it wrong again. What are you gonna do? Okay, so Tippereth to Had, all right? Tippereth to Had, right? Or success to the Chariot. Now the key task to your path, Aquarius, is to encounter a higher power, all right? No. That's Capricorn's path. All right, your path is Yesod to Tippereth. Okay. Here we go. Or Tippereth to Yesod. Success to Art. All right, and nope. That is Sagittarian's path. Your path is... What the hell is your path? Path work might have to wait till next time, Aquarius. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Yesod to Nektoth. Alright. I'm really sorry. Yesod to Nektoth. Yesod to Nektoth. Alright. Key task is seeing the working of the universe. The workings of the universe. That's a big one. Unlocking creativity. Okay. Tall order, but okay. The strength of your path is seeing the greater will. Okay. Following your dreams, hopes, and inspirations. Okay. Kind of see how this fits in the tree. All right. And the weaknesses of your path are doubt, lust. Ooh. Ouch. Okay. And fear of success. Okay, so Yesod and Nektoth, or Nektoth to Yesod. So, yeah, alright, this is your path. From art to lust. I feel like finding From art to lust. Yeah, that could be tricky. Maybe it's from lust to art. That would make more sense to me, right? Because lust is more of a raw energy, right? Strength wanting to be expressed, and art is more of a channeling kind of energy, right? And these are both fire cards, both fire energy. So I feel like you have an ending here with the universe, right? And you have this cruelty here, and then the Prince of Swords not being sure what to do, and the Chariot is your way. You're gonna have to find a way to channel this energy into some kind of creativity, into some kind of art, Aquarius. And you have to not doubt yourself. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. Understanding the greater will, following your dreams, hopes, and inspirations. If there's something you want to do, do it. If there's something really big you want to do, start doing it, right? But be smart about it. All right, that's enough path work. I'm sorry, my notes, I got lost there. Overall, what this is all adding up to in reality, Malkuth, the kingdom, your embodiment, 6 of Cups, Sun in Scorpio, Lord of Pleasure. All right, this is good. These are good feelings. This is happy times. This are happy times that remind you of past happy times. This is a card of feeling good. And there's not too many of those with the cup cards. Well, not really true, but this is pleasure. This is a sweet one. And the dignity is fine, and yeah, it kind of makes sense. You know, taking that raw lust energy and then alchemically kind of, you know, doing the math and finding a way to channel it and embody it with that Chariot, right? As this last, you can't see the last triangle of the tree here, right? I'll show you, right? All that is adding up to this feeling of pleasure, right? Of success, of an ending, of love and care. Not much more to say about it. But yeah, these are good feelings. They're all lit up, right? They're all connected, and it's like all the parts of the brain and all are just getting lit up and feeling good. That's what this card's about. All right, that's the reading, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Until next month, take care of yourselves. All right, sayonara. Okay, Aquarius. Love you all very much. All right, goodbye.